What's up, clappers? Welcome to Fast Track, where I'm here to put you on easy street. I'm Grim, and today we're reviewing our latest war, breaking down the fences, calling out some MVPs, and giving you the tips to tighten up your setups and start clapping back harder. So let's go. Alright, so let's take a look here. We have Todd, who underwent some coaching, and he's doing pretty well. 6 wins. This defense did fail though, so let's take a look at what's going on. So it looks like they're going to try to fly over. Not exactly the best strategy that I've seen for this type of comp, but here they go, baiting the alt. There we go. Alts are baited, dropping in the lightning guards. They're coming down. And where's Bubba's alt? Bubba is crowd control, so he should be constantly alting. That's his primary job, is to crowd control. And as you can tell, he did kind of a poor job there. And because of that, the entire team just falls apart. So the problem isn't necessarily the heroes or the placements or anything like that. We'll take a look here at what Todd's running. And the first thing I notice is really low speed and also invigoration gear, which ordinarily, sure, he's an inspiration user, you put invig on him, but not for GvG. Because if you look at who he's applying inspiration to, Brokir and Anora, neither one of them is going to be useful here because Brokir doesn't do damage and Anora cannot be buffed. So what you want to do, Todd, is change this out, put Mana Spring here, and crank the speed up as high as you can. And then Bubba is going to be an alting machine, okay? And then another thing I noticed is run Bastion Ring here. Just max it out, much better than his exclusive. And max this bad boy out too, and you'll be golden. Okay, this next one is SaberBolt. We did some coaching the other day. I'm not sure if we quite finished, but he's doing pretty strong. And he's already got a win under his belt with this new comp. One thing I wanted to showcase, because I'm not sure if you saw my last message or not, so I figured to showcase it on here, is with this comp, it passed all the tests, killed Maw, you know, impervious to Garnet guards, you know, great against flyers. But what it did not accomplish was the swarm. But basically, you can see here, drop down a tank, start baiting alts, wait till he passes that little stone, and then drop down the full here. Go ahead and place down a healer. Drop down one more of each. And then the necros are basically just gonna run shit here in a minute. So what I would suggest is take out arrogance. Take out arrogance and put in, obviously, a Valera would be good. I know he doesn't have her. Second best bet, probably Valkyrie. Sorry. Too many vowels in this game. Valkyrie, because it's just not enough AoE, and Valkyrie will still hit air as well. So I think you'll be solid with that. Plus, it can also, I believe she has a death save as well. So yeah, that's what I suggest. All right, next up is old Bazzy Boy on his free-to-play account. Looks like his nightmare team is struggling a little bit, so let's take a look, see what happened. There's a lot of single target damage on this team, but I think my advice might be slightly different from the last, just because I've already watched this replay here. They bait the alts, of course, and then drop down their lightning guards, and then one slips through and just starts taking everybody out. And that's really bad that he got through as quickly as he did. With as much single target damage as you have on this comp, I would highly suggest taking out Wukong, because Silas and Yovar should be enough. And putting in some form of crowd control here, some kind of slow, because if those lightning guards were slowed down, they would not have gotten through. So that's my advice. Andy here has a decent comp. AoE here, slow and freeze, tons of slows and freeze when Winter's Bite. Turn Cyrus around backwards. The reason being is Cyrus gets an extra life if he has a skeleton up. So if that skeleton is behind him, it has a greater chance of surviving. And then if Cyrus takes fatal damage, he's going to absorb that skeleton and gain that extra life over and over. He's an awesome tank. Just face him around backwards. And please max these guys out because they are awesome and they're going to take you a long way. All right, Azure. He's got an ESO comp here and looks solid on the surface. Let's see what went wrong. It looks like they're gonna attempt to fly over. Obviously, Ardio's not going to be of great help here against those flyers. And that's generally what our weak point is going to be. They send out 2 healers that get stuck on the skeletons. Another reason to face them around backwards so that they don't get stuck and those healers can get destroyed instantly. They're going to bait ults and then they are going to basically fly over and demolish everything. Ardia was no help. I would consider some form of anti-air, possibly single target since you don't have a ton of that to replace Ardia. Also, your Nora is in sniper range. When those Garnet Guards come down, they stop here and target here. So they come down, they're going to do 2 shots to a Nora. If they send them within the first, whatever it is, 3 seconds of the fight, probably won't have time to get those orbs up. So she's going to fall if she doesn't have the HP. I would move her right here. Because as long as they come down, once they come down here, they start targeting the tank before they target here. The only time that they generally target this area is when this is broke here and there's a freeze. It'll screw up their targeting and then they'll target this spot. But generally this is pretty safe. It'll be completely safe for this comp. And that's it, folks. I wanted to end this on a high note with a huge shout out to Arab, who got some coaching with the guild. He built an extremely strong defense, and I just wanted to show off how powerful it is. Y'all take care.